Memphis, Tennessee are setting tonight the FedEx Forum. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. And tonight we've got the Memphis Grizzlies playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, take it away.
Well, the ceremony was delayed, and understandably so, but at last, the Hall of Fame class of 2020 was enshrined. And what a class it was. Led by Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and of course, the late, great Kobe Bryant headlining the 9 inductees. There was tremendous poignancy with Kobe's inclusion coming so recently after his tragic death. And it was a night that none of us are going to forget. Guys?
Thank you, DA. Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, we've got Russell. Also, Ricky Rubio's out there. Edwards is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at power forward. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the small forward. And here are the Grizzlies. And here's Morant. Pass to Brooks. Edwards against Winslow. Lock at 6. Over Edwards. Winslow's shot is off. And it's Rubio with the ball for Minnesota. The pass to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
I think this is Rubio's greatest trait. I love to watch him move the basketball, and so does his coaching staff.
Jackson in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep. And, of course, Jaren Jackson Sr. played in the NBA for over a decade.
And, yes, Jaren Jackson Jr., he talks about watching his dad, learning what it takes to be a professional in this league. That prepared Jackson Jr. to make an impact early on.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Here's Morant. Sweet little floater.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Edwards inside, covered by Winslow. Brooks against Russell. Lays it up off the glass.
And, you know, we talk about feel and reading the situation. Russell gets an opening there and does not flinch.
Now here's Morant. And the rejection by Towns. Basket good. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Here's Morant. And Jackson throws it down hard.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
To the inside, here's Russell. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 3 assists in the game. Memphis trailing here. Morant outside. Passes to Brooks. Over Hernan Gomez. Brooks misses.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And the dunk by Towns.
And how about the athleticism from Towns there? Skying up with ease to power through on that alley-oop.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. He dishes it to Valanciunas. And he comes up with the deuce. Valanciunas has got his second basket of the game.
Valanciunas has made so many strides as a scorer since he started in the NBA.
Towns finds Russell. Morant with the steal. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. No coverage that time. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota.
You look back at that 2019 draft, Zion goes 1, Morant goes 2, and with everything we know about them now, could you imagine having to make that choice today?
That is a tough choice, GA. Or even crazier, could you imagine having both of them on your team? The reason why I say that, as amateurs, they played together in South Carolina. Little did they know at the time, they would be the future of this league.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. The Timberwolves trail. Out to the right wing. Pass to Culver. Davis kicks to Beasley. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Melton. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid up and in by Anderson.
Great position on the boards there. Kyle, such a smart player, and then you have to love the finish.
Here's a Kogi. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. We've got 1:28 left here in the first quarter. Anderson against Davis. 6 to shoot. Here's Gutterich. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Here's Okogie. Here's Davis. Second chance shot, and the basket by Okogie.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Grizzlies have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Memphis moving it around. Melton passes to Anderson. Floats one up, and he lays it up and in.
A high percentage look for Kyle. Has the size and length to be a factor inside.
Okogie, the pass to Reed, and he gets the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Melton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's deflected.
And great positioning there from Culver. That's what allowed him to get the block.
The pass to Okogie from about 19 feet. They get it again. Second chance effort, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
The Timberwolves shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. Clark right side. No good there.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 6. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And recently, D'Angelo Russell, Greg, told us about some offseason work he put in.
Man, I picked a lot of people's brains. You know, going into the summer, a lot of guys that have made that jump paved the way for us, a lot of older guys. And, you know, the answer that they were giving me was figuring out that routine that your body needs, that your mind needs to prepare for each game. And once I started getting in that consistent routine of napping, eating my pregame meal, things of that sort, it kind of started to come for me.
Greg doing what he can do to reach that immense potential.
You know, the talent is there. There's never been a question about that, but you also have to be reliable and accountable, both to yourself and to your team. Sounds like that's becoming his focus.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
Brandon Clark is out there with Anderson. Then it's Tyus Jones. And it's Gutterich in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Melton. No points in the game yet for him. Timberwolves leading by 8. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
And
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. Now Culver goes back up, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
So both teams making some changes here. The Grizzlies trail by 11.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. John Morant says in an era of 5-star recruits, he was a no-star recruit coming out of high school. And that put that big chip on his shoulder. Now he has beneath no one tattooed on his arm. He says, my dad always told me that I was trained to go. Basically, that I'm built for the moment. Guys, his time is now.
Sure is, D.A. Thank you.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
Brooks, Jackson trying to break free. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Brooks. Here's Rubio. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards is checked in.
What you get with Rubio, good size for a guard, terrific playmaker, and trying to become a better scorer.
Now here's Valanciunas. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Russell dishes to Edwards. Passes it to Towns. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And the Timberwolves have made it clear Karl Anthony Towns is their franchise player. He's the guy they're building around.
And we've heard Towns for years pronouncing his happiness with the Timberwolves. Last season, Greg, as the losses piled up, some rumors that he was getting frustrated.
Well, we've seen this pattern with the Timberwolves before, right? Kevin Garnett, Kevin Love, all-star big men who ended up leaving the Twin Cities to win titles.
That one goes. Counted. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
He's a handful down there. Tough to stop Valanciunas when he gets it in deep.
And Rubio kicks to Edwards. Pass to Russell. Fires from deep. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Floats one. Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Morant.
How about the touch on the floater? John Morant making it look too easy.
Now here's Towns. He can't get that one. Nice D from Valanciunas. Hernan Gomez against Morant. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Jackson, that's good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Minnesota calls timeout. Minnesota making a switch here. Reed's checked in. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Reed. Left side, Towns. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Anderson in for Winslow. Puts it up off the inbound. He gets it in there. Russell's got 14 points for the game.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
To the middle. Here's Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Valanciunas on the double team. Rubio the pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Here's Valanciunas. Tries again. Here's Clark. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
That free throw missing.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Gutteridge is checked in, and Jones subbed in for John Morant. Rubio outside. Towns down low. He's against Clark. Here's Reed. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Valanciunas. 1 second left. That shot is off. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing up. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, with the first half, it was all about D'Angelo Russell. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. He spent... That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Towns. Russell is out there with Ricky Rubio. Then there's Edwards. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4.
And you see Big Cat has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. Morant scanning the floor. Here's Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Brooks has got his second bucket of the game to go. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So a franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. A finish, and Edwards with the stuff.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Morant passes to Jackson. It's Morant with the drop. Basket counts. Morant's got 10 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And where Brooks seemed to have carved out a niche, GA, his consistency from range and from the line.
Kev, if you can space the floor and hit your free throws, you're going to be in the rotation. Brooks really came into his own last season. And the more he refines shot selection, the more valuable he becomes to this team.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Ed Davis is checked in for Hernan Gomez. Okogie comes in for Edwards. Beasley's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. And Culver's subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. The Timberwolves were fined last season for resting D'Angelo Russell on the road in a nationally televised game. Minnesota said, we're a player-centric organization that's focused on learning and optimizing our players' bodies. Guys, they do seem willing to pay a fine here or there to protect their players' health. Back to you.
Well, as a player, how couldn't you like that? Always watching out for it. David, thank you for that one. Towns down low, guarded by Valanciunas, and it's Towns missing. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Morant outside. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Morant's got 6 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. Morant passes to Jackson. Here's Valanciunas. And they're moving it up. The 9-foot shot. No good off the back of the rim. And so Brooks will bring it up for Memphis. And then Morant slams it in.
As creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Timberwolves leading by 7. Culver kicks to Beasley. There's the pass to Okogie. Here's Davis, guarded by Jackson. Okogie inside the three-point line. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Morant with it. 16 points for him. So called here. But first for Memphis.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in. Morant outside. Back to Clark. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the third. Shoots the 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, and how about another trait for Culver? That elite body control, even through contact, special.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Morant with it. Now guarded by Towns. Down low, Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
And 1:01 left in the third. Passes it to Towns. It's tipped. Morant right side. Timberwolves leading by 7. Here's Reed. Can't hit from in close. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Morant. That one wide left.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Culver dishes to Towns. Here's Beasley. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And it's 7 points for Beasley.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Now here's Morant. He's covered closely, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Count it, good. Okogie's got 4 this quarter. And So it's Minnesota in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Anderson. He's out there with Brandon Clark, and it's Melton in at the 2 spot.
Getting himself to the rim, Anderson continually finds ways to impact the game.
And it's Russell in the corner. Oh, good on the 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Melton. The feed to Clark. Edwards inside. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Pass to Melton. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Yes, that goes in. Melton's got his first points of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Jones over to help. Rubio against Jones. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 7th assist in the game. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. He said, "Do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back." Guys.
Here's Brooks. Cans the shot from the wing.
Justice Winslow has done an excellent job of being unselfish and making the right play.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for Minnesota. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Hernan Gomez kicks to Edwards. And Jones over to help. Here's Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Outside for Jackson. The pass to Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. Free throw line jump shot. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Timberwolves leading by 9. Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. Towns dishes to Rubio. And Jones over to help. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. On the wing, Brooks. Hernan Gomez covering. Here's Winslow, and it's good for 2.
With Winslow, physical play doesn't necessarily take him out of his rhythm.
Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. First one falls for him.
You know, one of those second-round picks who looks like he'll be in this league a long time. That's Dylan Brooks.
John Morant, he's checked in for Jones. And both free throws good for Brooks. Timberwolves leading by 9. Here's Hernan Gomez. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Hernan Gomez has got 8 points in the quarter.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Brooks with the bucket.
Muscling his way around the floor, Brooks able to absorb contact without it affecting the shot.
Rubio the pass to Towns. Morant comes with the double team from 15 feet away. It's stolen by Valanciunas. They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. .52 left to play here in the fourth. Brooks outside. Again, Memphis.
Nice jump shot by Dylan Brooks. Just a natural competitor.
And here's Rubio. Back to Towns. The Grizzlies pull it in. Valanciunas has got 8 rebounds in this game. Winslow wide open. He fires. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Rubio left side. Up top, Russell. Guarded by Valanciunas. The Grizzlies trail by 7.
This has reached desperation time for them.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
Timberwolves have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 9. 52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. A moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Ricky Rubio.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He is really fed off that.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Towns. And the Timberwolves lead by 13. And here are the Grizzlies. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here. Passes it to Noel. And here is Davis. Jang defending. And it's Davis missing. And now, here's Hazonia. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.